Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Thelma. If you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for clicking on another video. Mwah. So guys, today we're going to be doing a heat proof, sweat proof, long lasting foundation routine for oily skin. I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I do to make my foundation or to make my makeup last the whole day. We're going to be doing a wear test, so at the end of the video I'm going to show you guys what my makeup looks like at the end of the day. We've just entered into the dry season. Nowadays the weather is so hot, the sun is something else nowadays, and of course this is December. We have parties coming up, we have concerts coming up, we have family end of year parties, get-togethers, a lot of things, a lot of activities coming up this month. So I want you guys to go out looking pink. I want your makeup to last as long as possible, which is why I'm doing this video. So you don't go to a party looking like this and then you come out looking like, I don't know what to tell you. You don't want your foundation running, you don't want your makeup looking messy at the end of the day because of the heat, because of the sun. So if you are interested in knowing how you can get your makeup to last the entire day, please do keep on watching. Hi guys, so to start off, the first advice that I will give to you is that you moisturize your skin. Whether you have dry skin, whether you have oily skin, always make sure that you moisturize your skin before you apply your foundation. When you don't moisturize your skin feels dry and it begins to produce oil, you know, in order to hydrate it, in order to moisturize it. So I advise that you moisturize so that your skin does not feel the need to produce oil. You can moisturize with any face moisturizer that you have or your regular body cream. You can moisturize with that. I already moisturized my face, so the next step that I will tell you to do is to prime your skin. Priming helps to hold your foundation or hold whatever product that you're going to be putting on your skin. It helps to hold it in place. So for someone with oily skin, you want to prime, you want to get a mattifying primer. You want to make sure that you're not buying a hydrating primer, okay? Because believe it or not, they have primers for oily skin and for dry skin. So make sure that you buy a mattifying primer. Don't buy one that is too mattifying. Don't buy one that will dry out your skin, because when your skin feels dry, like I said, it will begin to produce oil. So just buy one that is not too drying but it's mattifying, okay? So I'm going to be using this primer, LA Girl Pro Prep. That is what I've been using for a very long time, and that's what I'm going to be using in today's video, okay? You want to make sure that you're not just priming the areas that you feel that you get oily. You want to prime your entire face, because I don't sweat on this part of my face, right? But I sweat on my forehead, and sweat can run from my forehead down to this part of my face. So if this part of my face is not primed and nothing is really holding the foundation down, when the sweat gets here, it could scatter the foundation in this area. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So make sure that you're priming your entire face. So for me, I'm usually very oily around my forehead, around my cheeks, my nose, my chin, and this side too, yeah, sometimes. But I'm not so oily on this part of my face. The next step that I advise that you do is set your primer with your setting powder. This is a very hot time. Normally I can get away with setting with my regular face powder, but because the weather is very hot and I might be in a very hot place, I would set my primer with my setting powder. That tends to hold my makeup longer than using my regular powder. So I'm going to be using this setting powder from Benai. This is in banana, so that's what I'm going to be using to set my face. It's currently 7:36 in the morning. I'm doing this video very early, so I want you guys to note that time, because we're going to be doing a wear test, right? So we know how long the makeup lasted. So let me set my face with my setting powder. You want to concentrate more on the areas where you are usually very oily. If that is your entire face, my dear, set your entire face. I'm paying attention to my nose because I sweat a lot a lot of my nose, so I'm paying great attention to that area. Now, the foundation that you're going to be using, you want to make sure that you're using a mattifying foundation. They have foundations for dry skin as well. They have hydrating foundation. You don't want to buy any foundation that is hydrating because your skin already produces its own oil. So you don't want to buy any hydrating foundation. You want to make sure that the foundation that you buy is a matte foundation. Like I said earlier, not too drying. Let it not be too drying, but just make sure that it's a mattifying foundation. So from my experience, based on products that I've used, I'm going to recommend Maybelline. You can buy Maybelline Fit Me, or you can buy Maybelline Super Stay. I use Super Stay because it gives me more coverage, because I have a lot of spots on my face and it gives me more coverage. That's why I've been using this for some time now. So this, I think this is 5,000 naira. I think Fit Me is about the same price, so this is not too expensive. If you can get your hands on this, please do. It will really help you a lot. You also want to make sure that the concealer that you're using also dries matte. Do not buy a hydrating concealer. Don't buy a concealer that has a lot of oil in it. You don't need that. You really do not need that, especially in this hot weather. This concealer dries matte and it's very common. You can find this anywhere. Because it is also everywhere, they tend to have the fake of it. So be careful where you buy your makeup so you don't buy the fake one. I'm going to be using these two products on my face right now. Now you could use a brush or you could use a beauty blender, but I actually really prefer brushes. For blending technique, please do not drag. Don't drag while you're blending your foundation. Just dab it into your skin, like you're pressing it into your skin. So do this and not. Okay, so this is how I blend my foundation, by dabbing it into my skin. The shade that I'm using is Coconut 355. It is slightly darker than me, but I don't mind because my concealer is like way lighter than me. So by the time I highlight and contour, everything just, blends together. So 355 Coconut. After I blend my face with my brush, what I do is that I go back in with my beauty blender and just press everything into my skin. You guys can see that this foundation is mattifying. I haven't even applied powder, but my face doesn't look shiny or oily, but it is also not too drying as well. You can go ahead to blend out immediately, but because I want more coverage, I allow it to just dry down a little. So while I'm waiting for my concealer to dry down, I'm going to quickly draw my brows and I'll come back, okay? So I have a detailed video on how to draw your brows if you have oily skin, how to prevent excess oil around your brows, how to make sure that your brows stay in place even when you sweat or when you produce oil around your brows. I'll leave that linked somewhere here. Now I'm just going to blend my face. The same technique that I use for applying my foundation is the same technique that I'm going to use to blend out my concealer. I'm just going to dab everything into the skin. We're not dragging anything. Don't drag, okay? So you guys notice that I did not apply concealer on my forehead because my forehead is big already. So sometimes I don't apply concealer there. I just go in with the brush. After blending my face, I go in with the brush and just put the excess product that I have on the brush on my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. So I go back in with my beauty blender again to press down the concealer, blend out the edges so that we don't have any harsh lines. I have a detailed video on how to highlight and contour and how to achieve a seamless highlight and contour result, so you can check that out. Leave it linked here. Guys, I don't do cream contour. I prefer to do powdered contour. If you have oily skin, as much as you can, try to go towards using more powder than using more cream or liquid products, okay? So My foundation and my concealer are the only liquid products or cream products that I use on my face. So for every other thing, I'm going to be using powdered products. Now to set my face, I'm going to use the same setting powder that I used earlier. The same technique, guys. Press it into your skin. Do not drag it, okay? Next, I'm going to set my entire face with my Milani compact powder in medium, 108 medium. After that, I'm going to contour my face with this powdered contour from the Zaron Cosmetics face definer. This is in XD15. Guys, I'm doing the same technique. I'm not dragging too much. I'm literally trying to press the powder into my skin because I want it to stay there. So try doing that. So guys, I'm just going to quickly line my waterline. I'm not doing a wing liner. I'm not going to be applying lashes. I'm just going to line my waterline, the inner parts of my eyes, and use a mascara real quick. So the eyeliner and mascara I use, they're both from Zaron. This is their gel eyeliner and this is their lengthening mascara. Yeah, they are black here. A black lengthening mascara. So for my lips, I'm also going to be using a lip gloss from Zaron. This is in 24 karat. It is a nudish pinkish lip gloss. Very pigmented lip gloss. This is like an everyday makeup when you're going to work, when you're going to school. You don't want to do too much. Definitely do this. So guys, I'm not going to be using a setting spray because that doesn't really do much for me. Like, there's no difference between when I use a setting spray and when I don't. Most of the time I actually don't even use a setting spray, to be honest. So I'm not going to be using that in this video. I'll normally use a setting spray if my face is looking too powdery or too white and I'm trying to like tone down that powdery look, that white look. I want to look more skin like or more glowy, then I'll use a setting spray. But aside from that, I usually don't use a setting spray. It's 8:54. I don't know if you guys can see the time, but it's almost 9 o'clock. I can't show you the time on my phone because that's what I'm using to record. So it's almost 9 o'clock. I'll be going out later, so while I'm out, I'm going to obviously show you guys what the makeup is looking like while I'm out, and then when I come back later in the evening, I'll show you guys what my makeup is looking like. I'm not going to touch up, no touch up guys. Without any touch up, I'm going to show you what the makeup looks like at the end of the day. So let me just do my last and final touch up. We are done with the look. Thank you for watching. Oh no, I'm not supposed to say bye now. I'll say bye when I come back later in the evening, okay? But thank you for sticking with me up until this point. If you want to see the wear test, if you want to see how long this makeup lasts without any touch up, please do watch to the end of the video. But if you learned something, let me know down in the comment section. If this video was helpful to you, let me know in the comment section as well, okay? Thank you. Guys, I went out for a bit and I didn't even spend up to 30 minutes outside, guys. See how I'm sweating. Can you guys see this? It's currently 10:30. It's currently 10:30. I'm still going to go out later again today, but so far, with the small sun that I received, this is how I look. What you should do if you're in a place and you're sweating so much, don't go in with tissue or hanky. Just get a fan, any fan, and just fan yourself till like you cool down. Don't try to touch your face with tissue or hanky because that would help ruin your makeup, okay? Hi guys, so I'm back. It's currently 8:25 p.m. and this is what my makeup is looking like. I'm oily around my forehead, around my cheeks, and of course around my chin. This is what about 12 hours of makeup without any touch-up looks like. My foundation is not shifting, it's not running, everything is still in place. I'm just oily where I'll normally be oily. So I'm going to go in with my powder brush without any product on it, and I'll just use that to absorb all of that oil first. That's what I would do. So just from using my powder brush without reapplying any powder, my makeup still looks good. So now I'm going to go in with my Milani pressed powder. I'll take that to touch up my face, and you guys will see what my makeup looks like when I touch up. Now see the difference between where I reapplied powder and where I had not reapplied powder. So I'm going to quickly do the same on the other side. Guys, this is what my makeup looks like after touching up 12 hours of makeup, guys. Who would know? Who would know? So what I would advise is that you always have a brush in your bag, a small one or a big one that you can always use to touch up your makeup. So guys, thank you for sticking with me up until this point. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.